Today I'm going to show you how to get an S rank, and I'm going to explain the process, at least the process that I use to kind of keep the flow going and mainly kind of get an S rank. There's a few things that actually go into getting an S rank, so let's explain that before the actual run. So when it comes to getting an S rank, the few things that you want to focus on is obviously stats. Essentially, if you max one stat out or get close to maxing one out and you get around, I don't know, 1,000 plus in the other ones, you'll get close to an S rank. But that's not all. You also need skills. So the skill points you have and the skills that you buy also contribute to your rank, and also your ult level also contributes to your rank. So you want to get those fans to a certain place if you really want an S rank, which is pretty easy to get, so you really shouldn't have to think too much about it. But if you run a Taiki shuttle, you're gonna have to run some extra races. Otherwise you won't meet that requirement to boost up this unique level, which just kind of enhances your rating. So additionally, you see here that the star rating is also going to contribute to their ult level. So it makes it a little bit easier to get. So they start off at level 2, which then just bumps up one rank, and then you get it's a little bit easier time to get to to the S rank. So if you want to kind of make it a little bit easier for yourself, well, that's one way to do it. It won't completely do it all for you, but you know, that's one way to make it a little bit easier for you. All right, so today I'm gonna show you, hopefully, how to get an S rank. At least the process that I do it. I've been filming some King Halo runs, and I've been trying to get a little bit greedy with them. I could post those, maybe I'll post a link. It's close to S rank, but it's just a few stats off. 2 more skills and it probably would have been an S rank. 100 more stats in power or 50 spread across them, probably an S rank. And then sometimes you get stats a little bit like this and you know, it just doesn't work out. So that's how getting an S rank goes sometimes. I don't think I filmed this one. One, if you just want an S rank, or if you just want somebody that is easy to run for this sprint career, Bakushin and Taiki Shuttle are easy builds just because they have 20% speed, 10% wit. So they're pretty easy to run. But I'm gonna show somebody on just a tiny bit harder. 10% speed, 20% power, which is still pretty easy. So let's see what we can do. Now I'm going to limit my deck a little bit and just borrow another speed SSR. Now normally I could do something like, even sometimes I'll do something like this, where this is a little bit more greedy, and you shouldn't do this unless you know what you're doing, because 1 LB Bakushin is not good, right? So even that, this is way better than previously, but I will try to play a little bit more greedy with this just for turbo sprint for this CM. So considering the addition of another SSR wit card, you can do that just because, I mean, you just get a lot more wit and a lot more speed. So I could do something like this. This is a little bit more greedy. I'm just going to play with more SRs. But the process is still the same. Nothing is going to change between those two. So let's just do this. So the junior year, you're kind of doing, I aim for 2 things. One, getting the friendships as high as possible, especially my wit cards, because if you get your wit cards turned on early, then you get more energy. And energy management is kind of the key thing to actually, well, getting better Umas in general. If you don't have good energy management, you're gonna have a bad time. I don't like clicking on guts. So I'm trying to get my friendships up, and I'm trying to hit some up arrows in the same time. Now, when you're doing a sprint CM, the 3 main stats are speed, power, wit. So anything outside of that is not necessarily a priority, and I'm only going to click it either in junior year if there are multiple up arrows on it, or multiple friendships on it, and then otherwise I'm just gonna wait until, otherwise I'm just gonna click the preferred stat. So here's a decision. 1, I get 2 friendships. I get 1 friendship and an up arrow on speed. Now speed is obviously a big priority, but if I clicked on wit, if I clicked on speed there, I wouldn't be able to click anything the next time because I would run out of energy. So even here, if I click on this, I'm gonna have no energy next time, so I can't really do anything. So I'm just gonna click on Wit. Now this one has 3 friendships, but it's on stamina, and I don't need that, so I'm gonna click this one. And I also get an explosion, potentially, sometime soon. So this one is good. It's 4. It's a little bit risky with 12%, but I'm gonna click it anyway. I usually try to stick around 10% or lower for clicking, just because you get burned so often. And any pretty much additional, I'm not gonna do that. Any additional event, I'm pretty much using power on, because I'm mainly only going to get power from clicking on speed, maybe an explosion here and there, and that's kind of it. Skill points are good. Air mama. Now, by the end of junior year, to know if I'm kind of at a good pace, I try to get around 200 in all of my stat lines. So 200, that's close. 200, 200. So those are 3 big stats that I want. And that's the same thing if you're doing other CMs, where I just aim for 200 by the end of junior year. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But that's what I try to aim for. So this one is good, even though it's on Guts, just because you get 3 friendships, you get 3 arrows. And that's one of the only times that I would really click Guts or Stamina. Because otherwise, it's just not really going to your main stats. And also, Guts costs more energy. So this is another one where it's, would you click this or would you click this? I'm gonna click this because 1, it's on my priority stat, and it's 2 versus 3, but I'd rather have my priority stat than kind of focusing on Guts a little bit. I'm gonna do this. Your friendship is a little low. Wit gives me more energy. So it's pretty simple. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, you need a little bit of luck sometimes. Everyone is just being a Guts card. You need a little bit of luck sometimes, but even without the additional luck, I mean, you should be able to get like a high A+ playing this way. So it's early September. So at the start of October, you get another friendship. I mean, you get another character on your team. So using explosions, they get bonus stats just because the team ranking, the team stats goes up a little bit more. So it's good to explode if you have the opportunity. So this is a good debate. Would you click this one? Or would you click this one? This one you get 2 in your friendship. And this one you get 2. So I'm gonna click this one. 1, it's on speed. My speed is running a little bit behind, but I get 2 up arrows. They both go into red, orange. And they go from there. Rainbows aren't really a priority until you get around 3. I'll take speed. You get around level 3 or 4 in your in that stat. So if it's not 3 or 4, it's usually not really that worth it to focus on rainbows. So by the end of junior year, I'd like to try to get around 300 in my priority stats. Oh, come on, dude. I gotta rest here. I like to try to get around 300 in the priority stat, and the priority stat is the one that I'm trying to max out the most. So I already got 300 in speed, so I'm on a good pace there. My power's falling a little bit behind, and this is not really a good turn. So you could click here. It gives you a little bit more friendship there, but I'm gonna click here because it gives me a burst that I can use soon enough. Into the Wit. Maybe I'll post the King Halo run. Maybe in like just an unlinked video or something. I'll put it in the description. Maybe I'll post it as a real video. I don't know. It's not. There's no commentary on it. I mean, I commentated on one, but the run just, my speed cards just turned off at the end. I think I went like 6 turns without a speed card doing anything. So we'll click this. So the rating just died. Now, unless I get a really hot start, I don't click the top. I just go to the middle because it's a lot safer during the run. You don't really run the risk of losing unless you just get really bad RNG. See, 2 draws. Unless you get really bad RNG, you don't really run the risk of losing any of the Unity Cups. So I just go to the middle, top, 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 top. So every other time now, I'm going to click the top. If you click the top, you're running the risk of you get a bad 6 turns, or I mean 6 months, and you know, now you're debating if you should go to the middle, and then if you go to the middle, you can run into the hard runs. I just go middle, top, 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 top. I'm gonna do another explosion on Spade. Now, she has 20% power growth, so you don't really need to click on power too much. I'm probably going to click on power, you know, maybe do 1 or 2 explosions of power, and it should be kind of good enough. I'm going to click here because I want the friendship. It's not a good turn. But I think all of my cards are now activated. 10 speed, a little risky. So the reason why I took that risk there is because I know my wit cards are all turned on. So I should be getting a lot of wit turns, which is energy management. So you can see, you get a lot more wit turns. And the good thing about wit is you run the chance of getting a lot more up arrows on it just for free energy, free stats, free up arrows. And that's what we want. I'm just gonna click on wit. So essentially, you just keep on clicking on wit for the most part. I'll take the extra stat. And you're gonna get a lot of speed doing that. The risk that you run into if you do that with too much wit, even though, I mean, it's hard to get too much wit, is your power will be a little low. That's why you take power inheritance. And that boosts your power a little bit. But you can also just do an explosion on the stats that are a little bit lagging behind. So by the end of what is classic year? The end of classic year, I'm trying to get around 600, if not higher, on my priority stats, which is speed. That's the main thing, and then power, and then wit. Now wit, it can fall behind because you have 4 wit cards, so it's not really a big problem on pumping that up. Speed, I'm running 2 speed cards, 10% growth. So I do want to focus a little bit more on trying to get more speed. And power is just good on this next track for a variety of reasons. So this is a good debate. Do you click here or do you click here? Speed is always good. And I get another explosion that time. Now, of course, my energy on both of these are going to be too low to actually do anything besides wit next time. I'm going to do this one. Just because then I can knock off some power bursts, and I don't really have to think about it too much. Oh, come on, girl. And I think if you fall out of the top 3, you don't get the maximum skill points. So because of that failure of performance, I'm probably gonna have to run an extra race just to get a little bit more skill points. I'm gonna rest just because I'm not getting enough energy there. Oh, see, there you go. Now, because I took the middle one the first time, I clicked the top one this time, and I mean, you don't, whoa, that was a little close. But usually you don't have to worry. I mean, these teams are not that good, and they're usually going to be below your ranking anyway. So it's not something to worry about, you know? You just kind of chill and vibe out. Just focus on clicking the big stats that you want. Rarely will you be having a tough decision on, you know, what to actually take outside of the big 3 stats. So look, this is good. This is a lot of stats, and this is a debate for a click, but I would rather save it. So I'm just gonna click this one. It's still 2 up arrows. 2 up arrows on wit is fine. But now I get to use that on speed. And close it. Power. This is good, but it's 11%, and if I do this, I won't be able to do anything outside of outside of summer. Now, the only benefit of doing this is it's level 5, but I don't really need guts. This is 21, which is also pretty good. But I think I'm just going to rest here because it's a free rest. You don't have to worry about, you know, bad sleep or anything like that. So I'm just gonna rest there. Now this is a good example of when you should race. It's only 1 up arrow, which is not a big priority. This is no kind of up arrows for the most part because they're not giving me any chance for a burst. And my fans are a little bit low. So the other big thing of getting an S rank is a lot of you could probably get higher A ranks or S ranks if you get your unique up through the no gamble. Okay. If you get your unique, okay. If you get your unique up through that's good. Through hitting the milestones on fans. So it's what, 70,000 by Valentine's, something like that. That gives you a good extra set of. That's a good turn. It gives you a good extra set of rating. So even though S rank is kind of like an illusion, you don't really need it. Obviously, this is trying to get an S rank video. So I need to make sure that my friendships are, my fans are in a good place. So for most people, yeah, you're gonna have that many friends. Your fans. You're gonna have that many fans. This one is a little bit low. I'm at 68 because I got that 5th place early on. So I may have to do an extra run. This is a debate for a running turn. Now the debate is, this is not that good. This is decent, but if I run here, I'm gonna have low energy next time. So I'm gonna have to rely on more wit activating. Even though I have 4 wit cards, so something should be turned on next time. Okay, I can get that too. So I'll do this one. Give me the power. Put the power in the bag. Okay, this is a good. The way that I look at this sometimes is I use an explosion on wit, but I get another explosion. And obviously the 2 other up arrows. So even though it's not that big of a priority to burst on wit, if you can trade one for another one, then you're pretty much in a good place. I do want wit, but I'd rather use that on power or so. This was not really a good turn. Now, my stats are a little imbalanced. My speed is good. My power is running a little bit behind, and my wit's running a little bit behind. But it's not that big of a deal, hopefully, because if I can get maybe some triples and more doubles in the wit section, then I should be all right. Now, the other way to pump up your chances for an S is if you turn your characters into higher stars here. Okay, let me show you. So the higher stars your person is, then the easier it is to try to, their unique kind of goes up a little bit higher. So it's a little bit easier to get, this is good. It's a little bit easier to pump up that artificial rating a little bit more. And just more chances for a, oh, come on. Just higher rating is closer to S, so that's what we want. So like I said, the triples here pumps up that wit a little bit, and that's pretty good. I mean, the reality is sometimes your cards just won't turn on. I've had runs like the King Halo run that I don't know if I'm releasing or not, where everything is going well until summer, senior year, and just the cards just, they go on they go on vacation and never come back. They got the milk. I don't know where that went. I'm gonna click it because I could race, but my energy is too low, so I won't be able to do anything the next time. And the reason why you want to manage your energy is because you could get, come on, dog. This is pretty good, but my mood is also pretty low. So even though my mood is normal, if I click on this one, I get an explosion, and I know I'm racing next turn, and then the turn after that, I get another mood up because I have the fans enough for the event. So I'm just gonna click on that. Yeah, give me the energy. Inspiration. Hopefully I get something good. Doesn't really matter too much. I mean, you just put the power in the bag and keep it moving. Ooh, sprint. Okay. So this is the event that pumps up. Yeah, see, I'm level 4 right now, and that's pretty good. So since my speed is, that's good. So since my speed is a little bit higher than the other ones, I could focus a little bit more on bursting on power and wit. Now this is 3 rainbows, otherwise I would have clicked on the power. The 3 rainbows, I mean, you can't really deny senior year. Give me the mood and the skill points. The other big thing is try to keep your mood up as much as possible. This is not a great turn. 32 is pretty decent. I have 1,000 skill points. I'm just gonna click on speed. I could have raced there, but I just want speed to be in a good place. I have level 5 speed unlocked pretty early, so that's pretty good. There's a debate between this. It's 3 up arrows. This is 3 up arrows, but it's more on power, and there's racing. So I'm gonna do a race just because it's a G1. More skill points. More skill points equals more skills at the end, obviously. And more skills at the end, more rating. Give me the power. Ooh, I shouldn't have risked it. So if I click this, I could run the risk of failing it, which is not the end of the world because I'm going to be resting anyway. I would have to rest anyway because my energy is low. So if I have to go to the infirmary, I gotta go to the infirmary. And it's summertime anyway, so you can automatically, if you have a bad stat going into, I mean, if you have a bad health going into summer, if you rest during summer, it cures the affliction. So you can be a little bit greedy there. So my wit is really falling behind. So I need my wit cards to actually show up and do something. And my wit isn't even really falling that far behind. It's just my speed is really flowing ahead. Oops, I don't want to watch this. How'd we lose? Probably because he had no stamina, so there's that. I said this before, but I think this right now, this is it's a really good cardio game. Because I've been doing cardio and I just play the game. Even if I'm at the gym, I don't care if someone's watching me. If they know what this game is while they're watching me, they play the game. Oh, come on. This is pretty good. This is also pretty good. But if they don't know and they're watching me play it, then they're not gonna know what I'm doing. So who cares? But you know, it's a 30-minute run, and it's a good amount of cardio. You know, whether you're running or if you're walking. Oh, I forgot you race at the end of summer. Whatever. So by the end of summer, I like to be around 950. And by the end of senior year, I like to be around 1050, 1100. If you're at 1100, you're pretty much going to max it naturally. If you're at 1050, you usually need one more burst in whatever stat that you're going to try to max. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. This is not pretty good. Now these turns could be make or break for this S rank. If my wit cards just don't show up, could be a little tough. I'm gonna click on this. Try to get that wit up as high as possible. The wit is behind, especially with 4 wit cards. Oh my god. This is also good. So I'm gonna click this. It gives more power too. And it just puts my speed in a safer spot. Even though I do want wit. This is not helping. I'll click this. Put the power a little bit higher. Okay, that's good. Hopefully I get a wit turn here. I did get a wit turn. It wasn't that high. I don't know if this is going to be an S rank. Just because my wit is so low. So this is probably going to be mid to high A rank. It could be a little bit higher. But we'll see. We'll see what these turns pop up with the wit. Not that great. So I think my wit is still going to be too low to get an S rank. And my power is not going to be high enough either. So there could have been a few things that I could have done differently during the run, but sometimes it's just RNG, and that's kind of the flow of what you're trying to do during the run. What are my stats? Decent stats, but speed could be a little bit higher. I didn't even get, oh, come on. I didn't even get curvature. What are you doing? So you could kind of like, I got no skills. So this is definitely not gonna be an S rank. Now I'm just gonna, essentially now at this point, this is not good for a, for the CM anyway, because I got no good skills. So I'm just gonna click on some random shit. But you need, I mean, you need the skills. I guess, yeah, just put it in the bag. But if you get good skills, that's the other thing that's going to contribute to potentially getting an S rank. But I got no good skills there, so nothing I could do. Oh, okay, look, an S rank. So that's how you do it. I mean, adequate parent, but that's how you get an S rank, and that's the process that at least I do it. Now, these skills are kind of pointless. And if it was for a CM, I would focus it a lot more on sprint CM, obviously, or, you know, mile or whatever it is. But that's how you do it. It's not even that. I mean, third place? Okay. So that's Air Mama for you. And let me know. I don't know. If you want me to run somebody else, let me know. Let me show you what a good air groove would be for a champion's meet. Or at least better than that one. Obviously that one had no skills. This is all right. Okay, do I not have a good one? So this one's better, right? So this one has corners, straight away, it has 1500 cc, curvature, on your left, plancha, give mommy a hug, nimble nav. It's gonna do all right. It's not the strongest, but it's gonna do all right. So this would be a little bit more of what I would try to aim for the CM. But essentially you want corners. Corners are good. Having one gold Excel and maybe one or two white Excels is also good, just because they're all RNG. And that's it. So I don't know. Subscribe. Peace. Bye.